Welcome to week 4 of our class. This week we'll be learning about cultural and linguistic diversity and exceptionality. This week I am going to be putting a YouTube video in our announcements and in our notes that you can watch. It's called Where Are You From? Below is a snapshot of what it looks like. Many of you may have already seen it, but it does a good job kind of explaining how sometimes we are not necessarily always aware of our actions and our words, and we make assumptions about other people based on what they look like. In education, there has been a disproportionate amount of people who are a minority who are identified for needs for special services. And sometimes that's because we are not as culturally diverse as we should be. So sometimes there's test biases, or some of the things that we're asking for are not something that everyone is used to hearing or understanding. So we're not really instructing them on what we want to be instructing them on. So I'll be also sharing with you an article called The 5 Essential Strategies to Embrace Culturally Responsive Teaching. You do have a quiz this week on chapter 3, and you also have your educator interviews. You have your first one this week. Here is the assignment. You can also find it in the assignment section of Brightspace. But pretty much what you're doing is finding an educator of your choice. They can have any title in education. You're going to be asking them 10 open, thoughtful questions that will allow for your interviewee to provide thoughtful and detailed responses. And then you're going to be writing up your interview. Just so for me, it shows me that you were able to gain something from that interview that you had. For your midterm, that will be coming up at the end of October, you'll also be using these interviews, the educator interview for this week, and then you have another one coming up as well, and doing like a compare and contrast with a video presentation for the staff for the other classmates to look at. So for this week, the things I want you to remember is that you have an option to watch a YouTube video called Where Are You From? I'm sharing with you an article on the 5 essential strategies to embrace culturally responsive teaching, and your educator interviews are coming up. Please reach out if I can help with anything, and I hope you all have a great week.